If I were you, here's one of the things and I have a whole series about this, by the way. I would go to Indeed.com. If you're interested in this, I got a whole series that talks about how to market yourself. And that's what it's all about, marketing yourself. I would go to Indeed.com. Here's one of the places I would go to, Mr. Bun Me Golden. And then I would type in, I don't know what your skill set is, but you said Linux. What kind of Linux is it? Red Hat? You got to be specific. Let's say Red Hat. I'm assuming you're a Red Hat administrator and that you have about 5 years of experience and you are in Houston, Texas. And I'm going to go to find jobs. Now look at this. DC. And you're looking for a job? Come on, man. Come on, man. This always blows my mind. DC is one of the hottest areas for IT. There's barely a week that goes by that somebody from Washington, D.C. is not trying to contact me about a job. The thing is, most of us IT guys, and you know, it's not your fault. Your profession is technical, right? We're not marketers. Thing is, you want to market your resume. You want to market yourself. Check out my course. It talks about how I've been able to have not only a job, but a 6-figure job working from home for the last X years. I'm not some freaking genius, man. I'm not some freaking prodigy. I'm not some freaking genius. The only thing that separates me from other people is that I work really hard. That's it. You know, I mean, I know, having seen extremely brilliant people, I know I'm not one of those guys. I know I'm not one of those guys. You know, everything I do, I have to work my ass off for, right? So that said, you know, I have a level of success that allows me to take care of my family, my wife and kids, and travel the world and do what I want, you know, when I want, how I want. But anyway, okay, back to your question. You said, how do I find a job? So let's look at this. I would go to Indeed.com. I would upload my resume. See this? It says upload your resume. If you're following along, if you're really hungry, man, you can, right now, I'm going to show you how to do it. Upload your resume. Fill this out. Don't just upload it. Fill out the complete profile. If you look at my course walks you through everything. What kind of keywords to use, how to find the right keywords, all that kind of stuff. If you're not interested in that, you want to get it for free, I'll show you right now. Upload your resume. Fill out the entire profile, all right? Put in every one of your skills in there. Don't even leave one out, because there's a place where it allows you to put your skills in. It allows you to put in every place you've ever worked. How many years of experience do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, so Red Hat administrator. Now look at this. Now let me show you something else. So if you look at this, it'll tell you who's hiring like right now. And these two places, one in Virginia, one in DC, are hiring right now. Right now. It means they have an urgent hiring. They really need somebody who knows this stuff. Right? So here's SAIC. SAIC is a good company, by the way. At least when I was doing it many years ago. You got medical industry. You've got Linux. There's a couple of industries that lend themselves. 4 years, man, that's perfect. So there's a couple industries that really lend themselves to you work in almost anywhere in almost any industry. And one of those is Linux. It's super hot. Somebody always needs it because we just don't have enough people who know it. Now, so what I did was I clicked on this top one right here. And let's just break this thing apart. Let's look at this. So these guys will tell you what they need from you. If you don't fit this, then move on to the next thing. The magic of putting your resume into Indeed.com is that after a while, Indeed, now it's not the best algorithm. I'm going to show you a better one in a second. But the thing about it is once you put your stuff in there, it will match up different jobs that fit your resume. Right here, as we're looking, we're being very active. And we're looking at this job here. They require a bachelor's degree. Do you have a bachelor's degree? If you have a bachelor's degree, guess what? That's great. Good for you. Demonstrate experience with system engineering to include network design, documentation, installation. Now, like I said, if you don't fit this, go on to the next job. If you do, apply now. If you put your resume in there, when you hit apply now, it will take your resume and it sends it to them. Let's keep going here. All right, this one is Exalogic Administrator, remote. This is a remote position right here. Look at this. You just go through what requirements, skill requirements, and now they want Oracle. I don't know if you know Oracle, but if you don't know Oracle, move on to the next one. We want Linux Administrator. We want Red Hat Administrator. SAIC. Now here's SAIC's, one of their job pages here. Pretty good company. Yeah, see, look at this happiness score. I never seen that before. I wanted to actually see the job. So let's just go to the job itself of SAIC. Okay, it's talking about a little bit about SAIC, and we're looking at the job description. This is what you do. If you're really hungry for a job, you go through every single one of these, every single one, and you find a match for you. But if you put your resume in, it does half the work for you because the algorithm is going to match you up with certain jobs. But you don't want to just wait for that. You want to put that in there, let it do this work, and then you want to be extremely active and look at every one of these. And look at which ones, look at the duties. If you can do it, apply for it. If it's a really long drive, factor that into your final decision. You want to probably find something closer to you, but don't rule it out, right? I'm the type of person, if I need to feed my family, I'll work at freaking McDonald's, man. I'll work the fries, and then at night, I'll moonlight and deliver pizzas. Like, do what you got to do to take care of yourself and your family. You know what I mean? So let's go to the next one, System Administrator. But you don't have to do that. You're a Linux administrator. You don't have to flip burgers. Yeah, Linux administrator is no joke. And you have 4 years of experience, you should have a really good job right now. And I'm going to show you how to get one. All right. So, bottom line, go through every one of these. Upload your resume. And then you can type in your location, your skill set right here. You can search them, but the big thing is to upload your resume. Now, let me show you something else. LinkedIn. If you're in the US, LinkedIn is one of the best sites to find jobs. I'm going to show you a better one after this. A better one than LinkedIn, in my personal opinion. For LinkedIn, now in my course, I'll tell you exactly how I'm able to get so many job opportunities from LinkedIn. I don't have a lot of people who actively follow me here, but I could tell you most of the people who contact me, these are real opportunities for me. So what I did was, what you're going to do is you're going to sign up on LinkedIn, and you're going to completely fill out this profile. Completely fill it out. And the more you fill it out, the more targeted the traffic you're going to get, the more targeted the people who contact you, the technical recruiters that contact you, the more targeted they'll be towards you, and that way more people, most of the people who contact you will be legitimate jobs for you. Fill it out. But here's another thing you can do. Red Hat Linux Administrator. Look at this. You can join groups. Right? Join groups. Here's another thing you can do. So you're going to join groups. You're going to make a complete profile. I hope you're taking notes. And then you're going to admin. We're going to look for jobs. We just typed in Red Hat Linux admin. And these are all the other people who are also admins. Now, look at this. I want you to take note of this. This guy came up number 2. This means technical recruiters are literally typing this in, Red Hat Linux Administrator, and they're seeing this guy's face. Why is this guy number 1? Think about it. Why is this guy number 1? Why is he coming up? Why is everybody seeing this guy's face? Why is he getting so many job opportunities? He filled out his complete profile. That's why. He filled this entire profile out. That's why he's getting so many jobs. That's what you have to do. Now, if I go to this next, now I'm actually looking for jobs here. So let's just keep scrolling. Now, note how this is broke down. So, see, it starts off with other people. Then it talks about the jobs. And then groups should be here somewhere. Oh, these are different companies. You can follow the companies. If you follow them, every time they come out with something new, it'll pop up in your messages or notifications. But what I'm looking for is jobs. I'm going to say see all if you're following along. And once again, what we're going to do is we're going to go through every one of these. Even though this says Kafka engineer analyst, I'm going to go see what this is. I don't know what this is. It says promoted. I usually avoid the promoted ones because they're paying for it, but that's fine. Even check those ones out too. It's telling you where, what location. Oh, look, we didn't put our location in. Let's make sure we put our location. You said Washington, D.C., Baltimore. Look at this. Washington, Baltimore. One of the hottest places for jobs, by the way. And they pay a great amount of money, especially if you're willing to travel. Okay, so this one is, I don't know if you know Splunk, but Splunk developer. Okay, so that's not what we want. Let's keep going. We want some more like Linux kind of administrator type work. This one's looking for SCI clearance. I'm assuming that you don't have that. That's a clearance. Not a lot of people have it. I don't have a TSSCI, I don't think, anymore. That's Splunk. Let's skip that one. Let's go to the next one. So if it's obvious you don't know that, just move on to the next one. But this one right here, this one deserves our time. Let's look at this one. What are they looking for? I'll come back to this later. They're talking about what kind of business it is. It's women owned and all this kind of stuff. I'll come back to that. Right now, what I'm looking for is what is in the job description. Can I do it? Nope. Look at this. It says security, this TSSCI clearance. I don't have a clearance, so let's keep it moving. Notice how I'm just going through these. Like, if there's any indication I can't do the job, I move on. And the reason why is because I got stuff to do. I need to find people who are a good fit for me. That's what we're doing. We're trying to find what's the best fit for a Linux Red Hat administrator in Washington and Baltimore. Is this even in the same right location? Virginia, okay, I could drive there. Security Plus requirements. Do you have a Security Plus? Do you have any kind of security clearances? Okay, I'm assuming not. And this is asking for Oracle stuff, so no, I'm going to move on. Well, this is how you do it right here. Now, it looks like my search is not great, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my keywords here. I'm going to call this Red Hat Linux. Look at this, man. I can barely spell. You're a Linux administrator. I'm a American with one language who can barely spell. And if I can get a job, you can get a job. That's all I'm saying. All right. Okay, look at this. Reston, Virginia. Okay, that's not too far from Washington. You're willing to make the drive, but security clearance. So we can't do that one. Let's keep going here. Raytheon. Raytheon is an okay company. They get a lot of contracts, so you'll see tons of jobs from these guys. Must be a U.S. citizen and SCI clearance. Okay, moving on. Now I'm assuming that in the East Coast, this is one of the problems you have, is looking for jobs that don't require a clearance. So I'm moving on to General Dynamics, another very large company. It has 10,000 employees. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Scope of work. They explain to you what they're expecting from you. I'm looking for requirements. Education. No degree. 10 years of tripwire experience. Okay, if you don't have tripwire experience, then let's move on. So you need to go through every one of these. After you make your profile, first thing you want to do, go to Indeed.com, put in your profile. Go to LinkedIn.com, make a profile. Once you make the profile, it starts to find jobs that fit you. The reason why this is coming up with stuff that fits me is because I already have a very full profile there. So it's automatically searching things that fit me. So it's kind of, I'm having a hard time finding stuff that fits you. That's why it's very imperative that you do this. Okay, let's look at these skills right here. They're saying in-depth knowledge of HPSS. Okay, I'm assuming you don't know that. Let's just keep going. Red Hat Platform and Applications Administrator. So I'm assuming this one's like a software engineer somewhat. Qualifications. This one might fit you. Obtain a public trust clearance. Okay, so this one might fit you because they're not looking for a SCI clearance, which not everybody can get or has. But public trust clearances just means that they'll do a background check on you, and you don't have to be a U.S. citizen. You could be a green card holder or whatever, but public trust is easier to get. 5 years experience with Red Hat. You said 4. You could still pull it off. I would still apply for it. I'd apply for this one. This one might be good for you, actually. I would look at this one right here. Look at this. This is some stuff you can learn. Cold Fusion. Well, they're saying 3 to 5 years of WebSphere experience. If you have that, I would apply for this one. We're getting closer. All right, let's keep going. Let's go. Keep going down here. You get the idea. You're going to go through every one of these and try to find a match. All right? Try to find a match for you. If it doesn't, anything's out of place, the closer you get to a match, you want to apply for those jobs, right? The closer you get to a match, the better, because those are going to give you the most probability of actually getting an interview with them. Now, let me show you a couple of other places that are really good to apply for. There's Dicecom, which is probably the best technical place to find a job in the United States of America. So what you would do is go to Dice.com and then type in Red Hat. You know what? Let's change it up. Let's type in Linux Administrator. There we go right there. See this? Take note of this. Look at this. See how this keyword popped up? That means this is highly searched and they have tons of jobs for this. But then they also have other job titles here too. Linux Administration, Linux Administrator, Senior Linux Administrator, and SR Senior Administrator. There's many different ones. What you want to do is click one of the ones that fit closest to you. Let's look at another keyword. Red Hat. Let's see what pops up with Red Hat. Look at this. See all these keywords? These are the keywords you want to use. All these keywords right here. These ones that people are typing in. These people that have hot jobs that you're looking for. But I want to go back to Linux Administrator. This is the one right here. We got to type in a location. You said Washington, D.C. Boom. Find jobs. Notice all these jobs. Look how technical, all these technical jobs. Look how this one's way better than Indeed and way better than LinkedIn as far as search options go for technical people. Another thing you want to do is don't look for anything too old. If it's months old, then just forget it. This one's 1 hour. This one's 9 days. This one's 12 hours, 10 hours, 2 hours. These are just recently posted, some of these, right? I said there was a hiring freeze, but look at this. 1 hour, 16 days ago, 30 days ago. I would avoid these ones. That's kind of a long time. If it's after 30 days, I would not apply for that. But you never know. This one, 11 hours ago, 1 day ago, 1 hour ago. Reston, VA, 2 days ago. That's not too far from where you live. Linux engineer, Linux admin experience. You get the idea, but what you want to do is make yourself a full-blown profile that looks something like this. Now I'm going to show you one last site to go check out. I've completely filled out 100% of my information on here, and that's what you have to do too. I put all my skills. I put all the skill keywords. If this was turned on, I'd get a flood of jobs from these guys, from people on Dice.com looking for people like yourself and like me. Okay, I'm going to go to Monster.com. This is the last one I'm going to show you. Monster.com, the first thing you need to do is upload your resume. Put all your keywords in, all that kind of stuff. And then once you're done with that, you'll do this. Linux. Are you noticing a pattern here? Linux Administrator. Look at this. It already tells me what the keywords to look for. Linux Systems Administrator. Another great keyword. Boom. But we want to change this location. We want to say Washington. It's already requesting what places to go. I'm going to search Monster.com. Probably most of the jobs I get come from Monster.com. I don't know why that is, but I've gotten a lot of jobs from here. Even though Dice, I would say, is probably the best technical place that I've gone to. LinkedIn has the best interpersonal connections. Like, I know the most people from there. And then Indeed.com is a really good search engine. Really good. But it's an aggregator. It grabs stuff from all over the internet, and then it will have them all there for you. But the best one is, the one I've gotten the most effects from is Monster.com. So what you want to do is make a profile here, and then you want to do the same thing. See all these jobs? Jobs. I'm always blown away when IT guys contact me and say they can't find a job. Blows my mind. And then it's like, I don't get it, man. I mean, not only do I have a job, but people compete for me to work for them. Not only that, but when they compete for you, let's say you come in at 60,000, and then somebody else will offer you 70,000, and then somebody else will offer you 80,000. It's crazy. There's just not enough of us technical people. There's not enough of us system security people. There's not enough Linux administrators. There's not enough database people. There's not enough with us to have the skills to do this work, and that's why we're in high demand right now. It's not going to last forever. At some point, people are going to get wise, and they're going to start jumping in on the bandwagon, even though the economy is going to suffer for probably the next 2 years, honestly, after this coronavirus. It's probably going to suffer for the next 2 years. We're probably headed into a recession. They still need IT guys. And you happen to be in a career field that not only is it in high demand, but there's not many people who are going to be able to compete with you because not many people know Linux. We just have a very narrow path right now, but it's not going to always be like that. Eventually, it's going to be completely saturated. We're not going to be able to make as much money. There's going to be too many people to compete with, and we're going to have some other specialization, But that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. I hope this was as beneficial for you as it has been for me. On that note, please take care of yourself. Use social distancing and all the stuff that the CDC and the WHO are telling us to do as far as trying to get these numbers of coronavirus cases down. Take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face, because that's how you infect yourself if you're out and about and getting stuff. And that's it, guys. We'll talk to you later.